Go home to mommy. Go home. Bye. Go home to mommy. Go home to mommy. Tell her to tuck you in bed.
Hello and welcome, fellow digital soldiers, to True Reporting. It is the 3rd of December, and on today's podcast, I have an amazing Twitter thread for you today coming at us from War News. It says, no concrete mints on chocolate pillows. The cabal is desperate, in complete panic mode, suiciding those who can testify against in the kill box them. Some will actually kill themselves rather than joining Guantanamo retirement community. My friends, another one bites the dust today as Kamala Harris steps down from a presidential run. They're falling off like flies. They're dropping dead out there. And my friends, it's going to be us on top. You can bet your bottom dollar on that, my friends. Before we get into today's podcast and into this great Twitter thread, would you please welcome my sponsor, Noble Gold. Hi there, friends. Well, we seem to be in that very special time of year again, where we give back to those who we love and care about. And what better gift to give this year than the Trump Commander-in-Chief coin? It's pure silver, and it comes in an amazing velvet casing. The front side of the coin shows President Trump with his hand over his heart and the American flag in the background. And on the reverse side, we see his promise to America that he's kept since day one. My friends, all you have to do is go to TrumpCoin2020.com and type in the promo code TRUreporting10 for an $18 savings. This comes with an awesome velvet casing and it's pure silver as well. So do yourself a favor and pick up an amazing gift for someone you really care about by going to TrumpCoin2020.com and typing in the promo code TRUreporting10. Thanks, guys. Happy holidays and enjoy the podcast. All right, guys, it's good to have you aboard. Before we get into today's podcast, would you please go ahead and subscribe to my backup channel, True Reporting 2.0. Just because of censorship taking over, I would greatly appreciate it if you could do that for me. Also, would you please go ahead and click the notification bell so when I post to this channel, you'll be the first to know. And finally, would you please click the like button? The more likes that this video receives, the more times it is recommended to other viewers, thus more eyes on the truth. With that being said, my friends, let's go ahead and hop into it. This is True Reporting. So again, from War News, I believe that's how it's pronounced. Please follow this person on Twitter. No concrete mints on chocolate pillows. The cabal is desperate, in complete panic mode, suiciding those who can testify against them. Some will actually kill themselves rather than joining Guantanamo's retirement community. Suiciding those, right? We all know. It says here, Guantanamo prison leadership is making plans for 25 to 35 years of detention, according to Army Colonel Steve Gabagives. The Guard Force commander, the Miami Herald, Carol Rosenberg, says from June 20th, 2018, they're making ways for 25 to 35 more years. Blue is the new orange as Guantanamo preps for new prisoners, maybe ISIS fighters. Then we could see here a single occupant cell in Camp 5 at the U.S. Navy base at Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. What did the Miami Herald cover? Well, they covered Jeffrey's whole trial before it went mainstream. They've been on top of that guy for a very long time. The Trump administration has more than $200 million in new construction teed up for Guantanamo for 2018 to 2019, including $115 million for 848 troop barracks. Miami Herald, Carol Rosenberg, right, guys? I mean, this is something's taking place. They're doing it all right now, just in time for when the S hits the fan, right? When it comes to Guantanamo, Trump is truly the builder in chief. In this March 30th, 2010 file photo reviewed by the U.S. military, a U.S. trooper stands in the turret of a vehicle with a machine gun, left, as a guard looks out from a tower at the detention facility of Guantanamo Bay. They are building this for a big expansion, my friends. During his presidential campaign, Donald J. Trump said he would keep the detention center open and, in quote, load it up with some bad dudes. And I mean, I guarantee you that's women as well. AP Magazine, Ben Fox, it says here, January 28, 2017. What's next for Guantanamo Bay under President Trump? Well, this photo shows a guard tower and abandoned Camp X-Ray at the U.S. Naval Base in Guantanamo. How ominous is that, my friends? That looks like something from World War II. Very, very disturbing. But they have to go there, guys. They must rot there. Guantanamo commanders make pitch for new prison with hospice care wing for ex-CA captives. Miami Herald, Carol Rosenberg from 2018. We could see it right here. Guantanamo base in Cuba. The U.S. military's mission at Guantanamo is shifting to permanent detention for Al-Qaeda and other war on terror detainees. What about treasonous people within our own country? They'll be there too. Commanders told reporters this week in a rare public pitch for Congress to fund a new $69 million wheelchair-accessible prison, complete with hospice care cell block for 5 accused, 9 plotters, and 10 other captives who were in some instances tortured in secret overseas CA prisons. Picture in your mind elderly detainees, brothers taking care of one another. That is the humane way ahead, said prison spokeswoman Navy Commander Ann Leonos. Guantanamo Detention Center leaders said Tuesday that they are shifting their mission because President Donald Trump's January executive order canceled President Barack Obama's mandate to close the prison. Very significant, right, guys? During the Obama administration, the prison camp made a few building improvements, putting a Band-Aid on the structural problems, said Prison Operations Commander Rear Admiral John Ring. Army Colonel Stephen Gabagips, chief of the Guard Force and the prison's top engineer, described the vision for the new high-value detainee, again, high-value detainee prison. That is very important, my friends. The new Camp 8 at Guantanamo sounds more like a Florida retirement community than a prison camp, designed with understanding the prisoners will likely grow old and frail in custody. Who cares? Let them rot. Designed with understanding that prisoners will likely grow old and frail in custody, some perhaps still without being convicted of a crime. Aw, well, they're going to spend their last days there. Their last dying breath will be taken in Guantanamo Bay. That goes for Nancy Pelosi, Peter Strzok, Lisa Page, John Brennan, John Clapper, Hussein, Hillary, Bill, Biden, Hunter. Can I just keep naming names? Because in my mind, they're just as bad as Al-Qaeda, if not worse. Actually, they are worse because they funded them. They gave them weapons to fight our own military. These people are sick, my friends. And let's not even get to what they do with, the gate, right? The P gate. Yeah, they are sick individuals, and it's so out in the open. I can't wait for this to take place. All right. Cabal members faking illness can now ride their wheelchairs and have sleepovers. Cell doors wide enough for wheelchairs and hospice beds. It says here, and communal areas so elderly prisoners could help each other as they grow old. They're all going to be turning on each other, so they're probably going to hate one another. Everyone's going to be turning on each other because they're all blackmailed and they're all leaking evidence about each other. This is how it's going to go down. They're all going to probably kill each other in that place, to be honest. The new unit, which would be known as Camp 8, would have cell doors wide enough for wheelchairs and hospice beds and communal areas so elderly prisoners could help each other as they grow old. A top U.S. military official said Thursday the prison at Guantanamo Bay is, in quote, prepared to take new detainees, but has not yet received the order to do so. Well, I bet when 2020 hits, that's when it will take place, guys. I guarantee it. Guantanamo, in quote, prepared for new inmates, U.S. Admiral. During his State of the Union speech in January, President Donald Trump said, IS, as we know, captives would in many cases end up in Guantanamo. Right? He can't say anything about the cabal. Let's just be honest, because that would spoil the whole plan, right? He doesn't want to telegraph what he will be doing. SOD Secretary of Defense Jim Mattis named Army Colonel as Guantanamo's chief war court judge from the Miami Herald. It says here, more than 100 members of the 305th Military Police Company of Wheeling deployed to Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. The 400-day deployment is in support of Operations Enduring Freedom. It's continuing, right, guys? When the American public finally grasps what the cabal with their captains, lieutenants, and blackmailed pawns have done to their country for several decades, just punishment to the fullest extent of the law will be demanded. Whoever owing allegiance to the United States levies war against them or adheres to their enemies, giving them aid and comfort within the United States or elsewhere, is guilty of treason and shall suffer death. We're going to need more rope. Absolutely. Look very close. Everyone that I mentioned is in this picture. This is obviously mimicked from the movie The Shining. And no vacancy. Yeah, they're going to be piling a lot of people in there. The 131 plus thousand sealed indictments. Well, Jeff Sessions gave the order to revive the Justice Department's use of for-profit prisons, a sharply criticized industry that Barry Soetoro had committed to phasing out. Trust Sessions. U.S. private prison program rebooted by Trump administration. Capital punishment was ruled unconstitutional in 1972 and reinstated in 1976. The number of offenses that could lead to execution expanded in 1994. New York Post, July 25, 2019. William Barr orders federal government to revive death penalty, and that was only a couple months ago. It's going to be biblical. The Great Awakening. Post 3624, November 23rd, 2019. Kentucky National Guard unit deployed to Guantanamo. The Associated Press, August 24th, 2019. This is all true, my friends. It may be the unit's first deployment in over a decade, but the guardsmen of the 643rd Military Police Company are well trained and well prepared for this mission. Connecticut National Guard unit deployed to Guantanamo, March 4th, 2019. High-profile mission. North Carolina Army National Guard deployed to Guantanamo, August 13th, 2018. That's 3 states. 3 states, right? Tennessee National Guard deployed more than 100 soldiers to Guantanamo this winter. The Associated Press, November 27th. That was 5 days ago, 2019. This is taking place, my friends, and it's nowhere for them to run. There's nowhere for them to run, nowhere for them to hide. The NSA has it all, right, my friends? If you found this informative and you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe to my channel. You can follow me on Twitter at TRUreporting. Don't forget to leave a like. You can donate to this channel by going to my PayPal, Patreon. We have a P.O. box and True Reporting merch. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Know God is in control and everything will work out, my friends. I will talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.